Because I'm so outspoken, from time to time I will get a Trumplafuck come up to me and want to debate or argue with me. And I'm always willing to oblige. But something that always bothered me is that people around me that weren't necessarily siding with Republicans, were more Democratic or more left, they'll say to me, why can't you just listen to these people? Why can't you just understand their side of the story? There's this unwillingness to fight. And that's part of the reason we are where we are today. Nobody's been willing to fight. They want to be polite. They want to just sit and listen. And it always struck me strange. People would say to me, you should watch what you say. You might rile them up. Well, who's telling them that? Because they're doing things to rile people up. And the obvious response would be to fight back. That's one of the problems in this country. There's been an unwillingness to fight for what is right. If someone comes up in your face and says shit that's racist, misogynistic, anti-Semitic, you should speak out. You should try to protect yourself in this country. But for many years, everybody says, let's just be polite about it. Well, we've gotten beyond the point where we can be polite anymore. In fact, I'm glad to see that more people are standing up and fighting because that's what we need to do. This is a serious threat to our country, our democracy. We can't just sit there and say, well, I'm just going to be polite. I get very frustrated when people say to me, you're not being polite, you're starting shit. No, they're starting shit, and I'm just adding whatever I have to add to protect myself in this country. This whole concept of everybody just be polite, it's a good concept under normal circumstances. But if somebody is coming at you, if someone's trying to do something to damage this country, well, that's where it should stop. The old, if they go low, we go high. Well, I understand that in most circumstances, but when it's a threat to our country or to our very beings, there is a time to fucking fight. And at this point in time, we're in such a dangerous situation, I'm going to fight. Even if it makes people around me uncomfortable. Because if we don't fight now, we're fucked. And then we sit there whining and crying about all the horrible things that have happened. For the last 6 years, many of us have been fighting. And it's starting to get traction. And we're starting to get close to putting this fucking evil MAGA group down. This is not the time to stop. This is the time to get stronger. Get in their face when they're in the run, kick them in the ass, because this is what we need to do. This isn't a time about being polite or friendly. Now is the time to fucking fight.